ॐ शङ्खं चक्रं जलौकां दधदमृतघटं चारुदोर्भिश्चतुर्भिः सूक्ष्मस्वच्छातिहृद्यां शुक परिविलसन्मौलिमम्भोजनेत्रम् कालाम्भोदोज्ज्वलाङ्गम् कटितटविलसच्चारुपीताम्बराढ्यम् वन्दे धन्वन्तरिं तं निखिलगदवनप्रौढदावाग्
Chairpersons and all delegates present here. Myself, Dr. Nisha Bhadera, lecturer Pandit Kushla Sharma, Ayurved College, Bhopal. My topic, my research work is study of etiological factors for developmental anomalies. So this is introduction. As we all know that statistical data regarding the infant mortality rate reveals that birth defects are the leading cause of infant mortality and the major contributor to the disability. So they are already a reason for fetal wastage right from abortion, miscarriage, stillbirth and neonatal death. As far as the preventive aspect is concerned, every couple looking forward should be aware of the etiological factor for the developmental anomalies. Because the cure is very difficult, or the cure is not possible in some anomalies like chromosomal anomalies. Aims and objectives. The study was ventured with the following aims and objectives: to test the relevance of the etiological factors depicted in Ayurvedic classics and to do the comparative study of the etiological factors in modern teratology and Ayurvedic classics. Materials and methods. First of all, literary study. The relevant literature was collected, compiled and analyzed from the Ayurvedic classics and modern teratology. The comparative study was done. As we all know, luminaries of Ayurveda several years ago have described the etiological factors in immaculate manner, what the modern genetics has begun to talk about few years ago. Here are some glimpses so that you can know what I am saying is how. Here you can see a table where the analogous glimpses from the etiology through modern teratology and Ayurvedic classics has been shown here. That is, for example, I have compared Vikruti of Bija Bhaga with chromosomal anomalies, Vikruti of Bija Bhaga with anomalies due to the partial chromosomal defects like partial trisomy 21. Vikruti of Ekadesha of Bija Bhaga, that is, we can compare them with the single gene disorders. Ashaya dosha, which our acharyas had described one of the causative factor or etiological factor for the development anomalies, is comparable with the malformations arising due to the uterine abnormalities like bicogniate and septate uterus, uterine constraint in 7th to 9th month associated with oligohydramnios, second and third degree oligohydramnios leading to the anomalies like clubfoot or tedipus, amniotic band and limb body wall complex leading to the limb anomalies like absence of forearm, etc. Unilateral or bilateral maybe. And third one is Kala dosha. Modern teratology talks about the critical period during morphogenesis when the particular organ is most susceptible to develop an anomaly. Exposure to the teratogen in vulnerable period or the critical period is of importance and it may lead to the developmental anomaly. And age of mother father, they can be comprehended under the Kala dosha. Ahara dosha, as madam has also discussed about it, nutritional disorders or folic acid deficiency in early trimester, they lead to neural tube defects, ingestion of teratogenic drugs that also are comprehended in Ahara dosha, and some of them is if woman conceived by the man less than 20 years, the child born is at greater risk to develop anomaly. And the mothers say that man less than 20 years is likely to have increased percentage of malformation. Our acharyas has told that Garbhini is Aslina, that is, she should not undergo sedation. And now moderners says that the hypothermic episodes even associated with the sonavali are also found to be teratogenic. our Acharya says a man should marry a woman with a different clan. And now the modernist says that consanguinity increases the risk of an autosomal recessive disorder to occur. Constant indulgence in sweet food lead to atisthula or diabetic child, our Acharya says, while the modernist says diabetic or a mother gives birth to the excessively large infants. And very important, last but very important thing I am going to tell, that is absence of Stri Karanam Sharir Bija Bhagam, leading to absence of Stri Ranjaka characters like development of breast and hairline etc. Our Acharya has told one of the etiological factors. Modernists say that absence of X chromosome is responsible for the maldevelopment of the feminine secondary sexual characters like development of breast and hairline etc. Here I have comprehended that Bija dosha we can compare it with genetic factors, Ahar dosha, dietary factors, Kala dosha, that is already I have described. Clinical study.
I would request you to emphasize on your own organ observations more than the literature.
Okay, ma'am. I will start with that. Clinical study. Sample size was 100. Group first. 50 patients of mother was selected from Government Ayurvedic College Hospital Ujjain and Sakharaj Maternity Hospital Ujjain, who have delivered a child with no developmental anomaly. And group second was an anomalous group in which A and B, 25 patients or mothers who have delivered a child with some developmental anomaly was taken in the account, and second 25 patients or mothers who previously showed some developmental anomaly in the fetus was taken in the account. The classification, the proper history of the patient based on the several points was taken, for example age, occupation, family history, from the point of view of any genetic disease, drug or chemical history, past history, gynecological history, signs and symptoms in relation with Arthavas Sodasa Drushti, Shukravas Sodasa Drushti and menstrual history etc. The criteria for classification according to dosha I want to mention here. The classification of the patients were done according to the presence of etiological factors like presence of Bija dosha, Vihara dosha, Ashaya dosha, Ahara dosha, Kala dosha and Atma Karma dosha. Charak, Acharya Charak, it is based on, the classification is based on the works by Acharya Charaka, that is Vijatma Karmashay Kala doshes तथा Mathurahar Vihara doshe, Kurvanti dosha Vividhani dushta, Sosthana Varnendriya Veditani. The criteria I want to mention 2 or 3 criteria here. As we have limitations of time, there is Bija dosha. Any evidence found in the family history supporting the inheritance of the disease from the previous generation in both maternal and paternal side. Signs and symptoms of Atharva Dushti present. Then Kala dosha, the maternal age below 16 years or paternal below 16 or above the 35 years. Paternal age below 25 years and above 40 years. And also we have taken exposure to any drug or chemical in the period of organogenesis. Ashaya dosha, that is bicornuate septate uterus, second and third degree oligohydramnios or amniotic, that is second or third degree oligohydramnios. Okay. The statistical method applied was a chi-square test. I want to show you just some results here. Etiological factor-wise distribution of 100 patients. Bija dosh, Kala dosh, Ahara dosh, Vihara dosh, Ashaya dosh, Atma Karma dosh and absence of any dosh. You can see normal group and abnormal group. The presence of anomalous group, percentage of anomalous group is having larger percentage of etiological factor presence. The chi-square test was applied. Distribution of 100 patients with respect to Bija dosha. I am just moving the slide, you can see. Okay, result of chi-square test applied for different doshas here. Which dosha the chi-square test was done at 1% probability and 5% significance level. Which dosha has having result 7.116, Ahar dosha 6.934, Kala dosha 4.332, Vihara dosha that is 4, Ashay dosha 4.16, Atmakarma dosha 9.04. So I would like to know the conclusion of the study I have done. First is etiological factors discussed in Ayurvedic classics are incredibly tantamount with the factors enumerated in modern teratology. The Sri Karanam Sharira Bija Bhaga described in Ayurvedic classics is comparable with the X chromosome of the modern genetics, leading to the manifestation of the feminine characters. In present study, the cleft lip with the palate is the most common anomaly, followed by anencephaly. And to conclude, I want to say something. Ma'am, please permit me. In present study, the anomalies found, which I ultimately relate them with Atmakarma dosha, I didn't found any etiological factor. So I have related them with the Atmakarma dosha. It is a matter of Apta Pramana and no one can observe it on the objective parameters. But I would like to inform you that those anomalies which modern talks, that is pyloric stenosis and cleft palate, in modern states that these are multifactorial inheritance. So I want to put here a caution among you, because all learned persons are present here. Can we say that multifactorial inheritance described by Charaka is Atmakarma dosha described by Charaka is multifactorial inheritance of the modern genetics?